Breaking, Mueller gets horrible news. He deserves this. Due to special counsel Robert Mueller's association with the Uranium One scandal, many Republicans are questioning his ability to execute the Russia election meddling investigation in an unbiased manner. According to The Hill, Representative Matt Gaetz stated, "We are at risk of a coup d'etat in this country if we allow an unaccountable person with no oversight to undermine the duly elected President of the United States. That is precisely what is happening right now with the indisputable conflicts of interest that are present with Mr. Mueller and others at the Department of Justice." I'll let you take a listen.
We are at risk of a coup d'etat in this country if we allow an unaccountable person with no oversight to undermine the duly elected President of the United States. And I would offer that is precisely what is happening right now with the indisputable conflicts of interest that are present with Mr. Mueller and others at the Department of Justice. I join my colleague, the gentleman from Arizona, in calling for Mr. Mueller's resignation or his firing. Moreover, we absolutely have to see the Department of Justice appoint a special counsel to look into the Clinton Foundation, the Uranium One deal, and the Fusion GPS dossier that I will now have the opportunity to discuss. I really don't know who's investigating the Uranium One deal right now. I know that in July, the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, along with 20 members of the Judiciary Committee, sent a letter to Attorney General Sessions asking who would be looking into these critical questions, demanding that a special counsel be appointed to conduct a thorough review. And it is extremely disappointing that the chairman of the Judiciary Committee and my fellow members have received no response from the Department of Justice as to that letter. I don't know whether the Attorney General's recusal on matters related to Russia impacts, influences, or in any way covers the Fusion GPS challenge and the incredible threat to national security raised by the Uranium One deal.
So true. But again, at the same time, he's going against the Clinton. And that's really, but I give him credit. According to Mr. Gaetz, this fact alone makes it highly inappropriate for Mueller to currently investigate Russia's attempts at interfering in the 2016 election. These deeply troubling events took place when Mr. Mueller was the director of the FBI, Representative Gaetz said. As such, his impartiality is hopelessly compromised. He must step down immediately. Representative Gaetz's solution has two allies in the House Freedom Caucus, Representatives Andy Briggs and Louis Gohmert. In addition to calling for Mr. Mueller's dismissal, Representative Gaetz also called upon the Department of Justice to form a special counsel to investigate the Clinton Foundation, the Uranium One deal, and the Fusion GPS dossier. Republicans are also concerned with the recent indictments against Paul Manafort that has very little to do with the investigation into how Russia interfered in the U.S. election. Mr. Manafort was accused of multiple counts of conspiracy against the U.S. and money laundering, all while working for a political party in the Ukraine. While that political party was pro-Russia, that's the only aspect of the charges remotely related to Russia and has nothing to do with Russia's attempts to manipulate the 2016 U.S. general election. Granted, if Mueller had found evidence proving Mr. Manafort was guilty of an unrelated crime, then it's understandable that anyone would have sought an indictment. What's concerning is that this is the only result of Mr. Mueller's investigation to date, and it has nothing to do with his charged task. Notwithstanding Mr. Mueller's apparent conflict of interest and bias, President Trump has expressed zero interest in firing Mr. Mueller. According to White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, there is no intention to make any changes in regards to the special counsel. Mr. Mueller's involvement in keeping quiet about Russia's bribery and extortion call into question his ability to conduct an honest and truly independent investigation into Russia's most recent attempts at meddling with U.S. affairs. At worst, he's complicit with Russia and is unfit to serve as special counsel. At best, he's incompetent and needs to be replaced. If he remains vested in his investigatory role and comes to the conclusion that President Trump did not collude with Russia, let's hope he doesn't do what he did before and keep quiet about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.